Charlie Jenkins. On second thoughts, don't bother. You've probably met him already. Charlie Jenkins is Unsalesman of the Year, one of the dominant figures of our industrial community. It's a shame, really, how no one has ever given him the recognition he deserves. In his own field, he's unbeatable. There isn't a salesman born who can survive against him, and every company has its own Charlie Jenkins. Charlie is the maintenance man, the service engineer. With one sentence, he can undo a month's patient selling.
Who sold you this, then?
Whatever else you say about him, you can't say he has an easy life. No comfy chairs and warm carpeted offices. He works out at the sharp end, and half the time he's right under the impatient eye of the customer.
Who sold you this, then?
Charlie works out on his own, the Lone Ranger, the forgotten man. When he meets a problem, he can't run to the boss's office and ask what to do. He has to find his own way of dealing with it on the spot.
Who sold you this, then?
Last year, Charlie unsold 52 dishwashers, 35 tumbler dryers, and 107 refrigerators. In addition, he also lost his company 214 customers in perpetuity.
Why, you've been using this, haven't you?
Charlie's life is punctuated by phone calls to the office, and phone boxes that don't work, and switchboard girls who've forgotten him.
Hello!
Half the time, they're chewing his ear off because they couldn't get him when they wanted him.
What? Hello!
The other half, when he wants them, they don't seem to be there.
Hello!
Oh, no, it's not Kenton Road, Arrow. It's Arrow Road, Kenton.
It's easy for salesmen to blame it all on Charlie. They sow the dreams. He reaps the nightmares. People go to a salesman with stars in their eyes. They send for Charlie when there's 6 inches of water on the floor. Selling is about the lovely things that'll happen tomorrow. Service is about the awful thing that happened this morning. Customers aren't always in the happiest frame of mind when they meet Charlie. They're often distressed, and sometimes they're very angry. When he started in this job, Charlie tried resisting the attack and standing up for the company. But if a man wants to keep his self-respect and have a quiet life, there is a limit. Charlie reached his limit in the average time, about 10 days. Ever since then, he's been deflecting the attack instead, and the product is the first target he deflects it onto.
Hello, Mrs. Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm from Elgin.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. It's a terrible state in there. I don't know what's happened to it. I really don't. Look at the water everywhere. I'll have to clean the whole house.
Dear.
Yes, well, it's terrible.
Oh, dear.
What is it?
It's one of them. Never mind. It's a B-35. Oh, dear.
Is it rather...
Got more trouble with these.
Yes, well, all over the floor, and the lid's jammed.
Yes, well, it would, wouldn't it? Look.
What is it?
Well, that shouldn't be there. I mean, that should be around here where you can see it.
Oh, why don't they put it there, then?
Shall I tell you?
Yes.
Because they can't get it in the box when they're packing it. I mean, there, look at that. Look at that, there, next to the adjuster. I mean, you could lose a finger in there.
Oh.
I've only got to put a flange across. Of course, this is the old model. Mind you, the new one's not exactly. Still. these. They ought to get a rake off from the undertaker. Well, but have a look, I suppose. Trouble is, to service these properly, you need to be out of the Book of Revelations.
The Book of Revelations?
Yes, you need 2 heads and 2 arms with 7 fingers on each. I mean, look at that. When I ask you, didn't get this toy with the old B3, you know?
Didn't you?
Nah, marvellous model that was. Marvellous. Of course, they don't make that anymore. Lasted too long.
Oh, dear.
Still, this is a nice colour, isn't it?
Well, can you do anything?
Well, I'll fix it, I suppose. Of course, in a couple of weeks. Still, she could be lucky.
But the product is only one of the casualties when Charlie gets to work. Sometimes it's the customer who suffers.
What you been doing to this?
Nothing. It just started to sort of...
The people up the road don't have any trouble with hers, you know. Your competitors, aren't they?
Oh, yes. Well, do you think you'll get it fixed in time for the next shift?
When was the last time you adjusted the springe on this? Book?
What?
The manual. It's the book that tells you how to use this without damaging it beyond repair.
Oh, yes. Well, I think it's, no, it was, well, I think it's,
Well, while you're looking for the manual, so as not to waste anyone's time, what exactly happened?
oh, well, it just started to make a noise.
You didn't think to lift the cowling? What sort of noise?
Peculiar noise.
I don't want to seem morbidly curious, but what sort of peculiar noise?
Oh, well, a sort of scraping.
What, a grating or a crunching or a high-pitched squeaking or a harsh metallic scratching or a hollow full-throated humming or a dry, reedy, sputtering falsetto squealing or a plangent, stridulous crescendoing rasp or a sibilant, twangy, clamorous, droning countertenor snorting or...
It was a sort of harsh metallic sound.
What, steady or pulsating or measured or intermittent or seasonal or cyclical or rhythmic?
It was pulsating.
Evenly or staccato?
No, not staccato.
Loud?
Fairly.
So it was a fairly loud, evenly pulsating, harsh, metallic, glissandoing, scratchy sort of peculiar noise.
Yes.
Right.
Does that mean anything in particular?
Of course not. Could be anything. Book.
Oh, yes, sorry. It was,
How long did you let this run after you heard this noise then?
oh, about 5 minutes and then...
You're joking.
Oh.
Well, I mean, if you don't like this, you can always hit it with a sledgehammer, you know. I mean, be fair, it's only built to be used.
Oh, here's the manual. Do you think you will manage to get it done by 6?
I could have done if you'd called me straight away. It'll be 8 now.
8?
8.
Oh. Well, I'd better go and tell the boss then.
Yeah, you'd better go and tell the boss then.
And when he's done for the customer, Charlie's got another favourite victim. The organisation, head office, them.
Well, I'll get on to them, you know. I mean, it'll be a few weeks, possibly months, but I'll do what I can. Yeah. Let me see if I can get something done for you. Oh, hello. Can I speak to Charlie, please? Charlie. Charlie in the stores. Oh, I see. Give me Bert then, will you? Bert. No. Bert in the stores. What? I mean, it's only half past. Well, give me George then, will you? Yes, George in the stores, yes. Oh, George, have you got any of those slicers? No, not those things. We haven't used them for years. Now, you know, these things I've been asking you for. I mean, it's supposed to be about the 4th or 5th time this week already. You still haven't got any. Well, how's that then? Yeah, well, I mean, George, you know, George, I mean, how do you expect me to fix these cars? No, well, that's it, isn't it? I mean, you don't expect me to fix them, do you? The takeover? What's that got to do with it? Oh, I said, well, I mean, you know, all I can do is tell them. I mean, I can't see them being happy about it. Yeah, I know, George, you're doing your best. Yeah, all right, leave it with me. As usual. Well, you know, I'm very sorry, but, well, you see, since the takeover, they got much more cost-conscious. At least that's what they call it. And, I mean, if the takeover wasn't bad enough, now they put in a computer. Well, what with the computer telling you don't need it, and the new takeover management, which doesn't know the first thing about this business, telling you can't afford it, well, you know, all I can do is be best. Let's fill this in then. See what happens. Mr. Chapel. Company pen.